Iowa Speedway welcomes the ASA Quick Trip Midwest Tour presented by Echo Outdoor Power Equipment to the fastest venue many of these drivers have ever raced at. For career short track drivers, coming to this banked 7/8 mile facility is a super speedway experience.
It's pretty fun. Get out there and not just race. It seems like you're doing 100 laps in about 10 minutes. It seems like here you're going along the straightaway pretty decent clip, and it's a lot of fun, that's for sure.
And usually the bigger track's a little bit easier to drive on, but I mean there's going to be some speed here. The sensation of speed here is going to be pretty good compared to like Milwaukee or a Memphis or Gateway or something like that. So I think this is a good group of racers. Everybody should be good, and hopefully we don't have any issues.
It's a privilege to come and race at Iowa Speedway. I mean, as far as having this in the Midwest, I mean, they couldn't have designed a better racetrack. It's got some short track in it, but it's got a lot of super speedway, intermediate speedway to it too. And it's just a privilege to have this really in our backyard.
Racing here at Iowa Speedway is a brand new experience for the ASA Midwest Tour drivers. Many are hitting speeds they've never reached before. They're also competing against top stars like Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, and local favorite Landon Castle.
It's just really competitive. I mean, it's got to be one of the most competitive series right now in the country, and especially in the Midwest. And anywhere you can race with Dan Fredrickson and Matt Kenseth and Kyle Busch and these guys at a big show is pretty important. So to be able to go to these and hit these big shows is pretty cool.
I just love the race. It's a lot of fun, but yet hypothetically, hopefully it helps the track. Hopefully it helps all these guys that run the tour every week, to get some more attention to their deals and help with sponsorship, that type of thing. So a little bit of everything. I mean, mostly it's about fun, but it's about coming out and seeing the fans, coming and seeing different tracks, race against a lot of these guys I used to race against some of the new guys, and kind of see what they got.
It's a great opportunity for me to be a part of the ASA Midwest Tour here today. It's going to be a lot of fun, hopefully, and qualifying second wasn't too bad, so I'm looking forward to the race. But great facility, great bunch of drivers, and hopefully we have a good day.
For a young local driver like Thor Anderson, this event is a great opportunity.
Oh yeah, I mean, I tell my friends, and even some of my friends come to watch me at Iowa Speedway. It's pretty much the only track that's within an hour of where I live, so I mean, it's pretty cool to tell them that.
Wisconsin driver Jason Vandenberg hauled 6 hours overnight after racing at his home track less than 24 hours ago.
Just to make a lap at a place like this is a beautiful facility, and just to say that this is a pretty fast place, and we've been to Milwaukee and down in Lakeland, Florida, which is pretty close to as fast as this, and they're just fun to come and do these big specials like this.
Hometown driver Jill George will become only the second female driver to race in an ASA Midwest Tour event. She's making the transition from dirt late models to asphalt racing.
I'm actually born and raised in Newton, so this is really a big deal coming back home. We've only had 3 or 4 asphalt races, so we don't quite know what to expect. I did go to fast track driving school with Andy Hillenberg in March and got to experience Rockingham, which is very similar to this, and Lowe's. So we've got some big track experience, just not a lot of racing experience.
Midwest Tour regular Adam Hensel had a lot of success on dirt himself. Hensel knows exactly what George is facing.
With an asphalt car, if your car's not right, you can't pick a different lane, drive it in harder, whereas on dirt, you can pick a different lane, run the high side, they got a cushion. You can drive it in harder if your car's tight or loose. You can alter your driving styles, and with asphalt, I find that a little bit tougher.
Norway, Michigan's Chris Kelly is looking at a different challenge. Kelly hit the wall in his first practice session. Now the crew is scrambling to repair his 77 car.
Just got in a little too hard to the corner, and the car got away from me. We ended up bouncing it driver's side off the wall pretty hard. So the guys pretty much worked their butts off all night long. Pretty much we were here till 9:30 last night, putting it all back together, and it's not too shabby so far. We're a little off the pace, but we'll catch up.
In the garage area, which in and of itself is a new experience for many of these teams, it's serious business preparing for one of the biggest events of the year on the Midwest Tour. But outside, Iowa Speedway is rocking. There are nearly 15,000 fans here. Pre-race entertainment includes national recording artist Firehouse on stage outside of Turn 4. The Coyote Ugly Girls take center stage on the front stretch. Hours before the main event begins, fans are revved up and ready to rock.
Oh, definitely. Everyone here is really excited to see the drivers and the cars, and with it being a new race, it's exciting because it's typical race that everyone goes to every year. It's something new that they can do, and everyone's looking for something new.
Last year, when we decided that we were going to attempt to take this step, we thought it was a great move for us, and the drivers are real excited to be here. They're proud to have their own garages, and you know, makes them feel really good, and they have a good time. So I think it's just important to build the morale and have it as a great venue for the series.
Kyle Busch may be the hottest driver in the nation, and Matt Kenseth is a former Cup Series champion. But fast qualifying time goes to Tour regular Tim Schendel, who's looking for his very first ASA Midwest feature win.
There's a vast variety of guys that run up front. Everybody's got really good equipment, and it's tough.
With temperatures in the 90s, the racing figures to be every bit as hot. We're ready for 150 laps of ASA Midwest Tour action. The top 12 qualifiers are inverted, so it's Jamie Iverson out of Escanaba, Michigan in the 97, bringing the field to the line, and we're green. Watch Landon Castle in that 27 car. You know this young Iowa native has a lot of fans in the stands. He'll make his move to take the lead from Iverson. But this is a sign of things to come. We're going to see a lot of side-by-side racing today, and Jamie Iverson will fight back and hang on to the lead. Watch Kyle Busch in the 51. He qualified second fast and looks like a man on a mission today. Kyle Busch is headed to the front and headed there right now. And trouble early. Rich Locke in the 55 is high in turn 2 and goes around, catching the outside wall. He's going to be done for the day. The yellow flag is out, and it's a short day for Jason Vandenberg also. The 89 has damage and heads for the garage. We're back to green flag racing, and watch Kyle Busch. He'll restart fourth, and in about as long as it takes to say it, will wheel that 51 car into a position to challenge Iverson and take the lead. And this might be bad news for the rest of the field. That 51 looks very good today. Battle for third, and it's Tim Schendel in the 21, and 2007 Midwest Tour Rookie of the Year Jonathan Ireland getting past the 17 car of Matt Kenseth. Behind that battle, it's point leader Dan Fredrickson in the 36, 16-year-old Thor Anderson in the 4, the 27 of Landon Castle, Chris Wimmer's 52 car, and Donnie Reavers in the 41. And look at the battle for second. Tim Schendel has the spot. Jonathan Ireland wants it. The 21 and 77 are side by side, and Ireland, who won the Midwest Tour event at Jefferson, Wisconsin earlier this year, moves into second. He'll try to catch Kyle Busch, but the leader is very good in traffic. And at halfway, it's Kyle Busch with the lead. After a 10-minute break to work on the cars, we're back to green flag racing, and watch this battle for the lead. Jonathan Ireland will make the pass on Kyle Busch and take over the top spot. But Tim Schendel is right there. He has experience in big events, and it's Schendel out of Sparta, Wisconsin, taking over the top spot. And trouble for the 51 car. Kyle Busch is on pit road and will take it to the garage. His day is over. And this day may belong to Schendel. The 21 is looking very strong. It's a pair of Minnesota drivers, Ireland in the 77 and Donnie Reavers in the 41, battling for second. And trouble for point leader Dan Fredrickson. Looks like a flat tire, and this pit stop will be costly. The laps are winding down, and the best battle on the track is for second. Ireland, Matt Kenseth, and Reavers all right there. But this first ASA Midwest race at Iowa Speedway belongs to a Midwest Tour regular. It's Tim Schendel taking the Rasmussen Group Twin 75's. Schendel dominant in the second half with the win.
This is huge. You know, coming down here to Iowa, like I told you earlier, I mean, it's just a world-class facility, you know, and I think there's big things to come for this racetrack. I really enjoyed coming down here. I need to thank ASA Midwest Tour and, you know, everybody, the Clemenses that own it, and Rusty Wallace that engineered it. Everybody involved needs a pat on the back because this is just awesome.
The ASA Quick Trip Midwest Tour is presented by Echo Outdoor Power Equipment. Special thanks to Skag Power Equipment, Hype Energy Drink, and Pony Express Motor Coaches. I'm Bill Holland with your ASA Midwest Tour online update. Next tour stop, August 5th, Wisconsin International Raceway, the Skag Dixieland 150.